Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we are looking at a Kaijudo Quest for the Gauntlet Vortex deck. It says regarding Volution or Revolution. I'm not sure what that means. This is a Master Challenge deck. You get 40 cards deck plus one booster pack in here. And this is from the Quest of the Gauntlet one, like I said. The plastic on these is starting to give way because it's pretty cheap plastic. Face the Revolution. The Duel Masters need you. You get one competition ready 40 card deck featuring 3 premium cards, 1 Vortex 14 card booster pack, 1 playmat, 1 quick start guide. These are put out by Wizards of the Coast in 2014. And this line was discontinued. Excuse me. So let's open this up and see what we got. I really like their foils, and because they had a foil on top, I bought this. So I'm an easy person to get to impulse shop, apparently. So let's open this up and see what's inside. Alright, the cardboard breaks apart very easily, so that's a little annoying. So if you're trying to take this apart in good condition, good luck. Alright, so here's our deck. Here's our pack of cards. We take the plastic tray out, and we've got 3 cards wedged in here really annoyingly. Alright, because those premium cards are on top, they do tend to get kind of beaten up because over storage time, you can see where the deck has folded this card because it's pressed into the back. And when you stack up blister packs like this, it's real easy to put pressure on them accidentally and really ruin a card. So even though this is a really cool premium card with a nice color scheme and foiling, it is also folded and bent right here. So finding these in really good condition is going to be a bit of a challenge. And most people don't know that because the decks are behind here and these are staggered like they were, like this, that it's putting additional pressure onto these cards and it will damage them. And it won't be noticeable right away because of the way the boxes are sealed. So be aware of that and take an extra good look at the cards because they can be bent very easily. So this card is a Riger the Tank Berserker. It's a pretty cool looking card. It's just a shame that it got banged up. And then our other cards, we got Taksha, Scourge the Gunner, Shadow Champion Berserker. And it's a really cool looking foil too. This one's not as banged up, it's just got a little bit of a fold to it. Right here especially. I don't know how visible that's going to be, but it's got a little bit of creasing, not as bad as the other one. Then our really cool looking one is Dragon Engine Glurg Cyber Lord Armored Dragon. I really like their foils. They have a lot of nice prismatic color to them, but this one is slightly creased. There, oh shoot, there's a really nasty notch in this one. Right here, that's actually a slight tear. Which is really disappointing because I really like these foils and that's a big selling point with these, but they pack a bunch of these in a box. It's going to put pressure on these front cards and these are the selling point. So be aware that if you're a dealer and you're trying to store some of these type of starters or blister packs, because it could be real easy to damage those, because these, I mean, there's a lot more cards here and they're going to put pressure on the back of these and press into them when you get 3 or 4 packs and it's pressing into it, and it's going to fold right wherever this pack hits it. So let's see what we've got in our draft here, our competitive deck. Alright, here's a advertisement card with a digital code card. And then we've got a Become a Duel Master, Teach Your Friends rule book type thing. It's a real simple game because they give you the basics right here. That's your instructions. It's real easy. And then you've got a checklist like here's the light deck, water deck, darkness, fire, nature. So that's kind of cool. You get a little checklist for the Vortex booster set. Then there's a multi-civilization competitive deck apparently. So yeah, that's kind of neat. Then you got your garbage folded up playmat, which is says Kaijudo Vortex on one side. It's got just a image of the creatures on it. On the other side, you've got where your cards are played. Real basic. This doesn't actually bother me because it's not an actual playmat. It's not some big fold-out thing. This is just something that's going in front of you. It doesn't have the rules on the back, which is nice. It's more of a starter kind of thing that for early players, and it's on your side, so you can control how much damage this thing's going to take. It will get destroyed, but probably not as quickly as the full-size playmats would, because if you're taking care of your stuff, it'll probably be in better condition, whereas other people aren't as concerned with your things. Just the way it is. I'm sorry. So here's our 40 card starter. So let's look at it. This is our competitive deck. We've got a zombie backhoe. Another one. Then we've got a mind sensor. Then we've got a scrap heap hunter. Another scrap heap hunter, a third scrap heap hunter, ember adept, a second ember adept, a third one, blast forge sweeper, a second blast forge sweeper, a terror pit, a Tide Seer, another Tide Seer, Bile Raptor, a second Bile Raptor, Abyssal Scavenger, another Abyssal Scavenger, a Wildfire Valkyrie, Mischievous Fire Chick. It's a chicken. Another Mischievous Fire Chick. Sinister Scheme. Another Sinister Scheme. Shred Mane. Rite of Revival. Lethal Lockbox. Another lethal lockbox. A third lethal lockbox. Ichor Spider. Another one. A third one. Deteriorate. Another Deteriorate. Wave Force Seer. Spy Tide. Another Spy Tide, and finally a third Spy Tide. Alright. The art is pretty consistent. The card quality is actually really good. So yeah, I really like this, the way they lay out their cards too. It's real easy to read. I don't know why this game didn't do better. Maybe because it's too simplistic, but it's got nice layout. The art's pretty solid. It's not my style of art, but I can see why a lot of people like it. It has definitely a Japanese inspiration for the styling, and some of them look pretty cool. Not really my thing, like I said, overall, but I can see why people like it. Now let's look at our free booster pack from the Vortex line. And all of these are from the Quest for the Gauntlet set for these cards, but this is actually from the Vortex boosters. For Quest for the Gauntlet. It says draft now. Ooh, draft now. So let's look at what we got here. These are probably randomized. They should be anyway. It's a booster pack. So these are not a definite. These are obviously going to be random, whereas the other one is a pre-constructed deck. So we've got our advertisement here with the creature code. And first up we've got Flaming Arrow Valley, a Watercrest Crawler, Temple Lantern, Radiant Blinderhorn, another Spy Tide, Duke Duran, Wild Veggie, Cloud Grappler, Blade Rush Wyvern, a Storm Strike Enforcer, Dreamfish, Superior Citadel Militia, Blaze Darter, a Leafwing Totem, and lastly, Agent of Lies. This is a creature. Now there's only 160 cards in this set, and they are labeled down at the bottom what set they're from and what number out of what number. So it tells you like this is card 61 out of 160. So that's kind of nice, and because the other ones are all from Gauntlet, they say something different at the bottom. These say GAU, these say like VTX or something. So that's kind of cool. The main selling point for this is a pre-constructed deck. The booster's nice, but the primary thing would be the foils. These are the premium cards, and I don't know if these are exclusive to this or not. It just says 3 premium cards. So if you're looking for these specific guys, this would be a good way to do it. You can still find these sealed for between $5 and $10, and if you're looking for a quick game, this looks very easy, very straightforward. You want to play something before you do your role-playing game or your board game, this might be an interesting alternative. I really like their foils. I really like these prismatic colors. They do a really good job. It is Wizards of the Coast, so they've always made good foils, but these are, I think, better than the Magic foils. I think they're higher quality overall, and they definitely put a little more work, and I do like the prismatic border. So if you're a fan of foils, this is definitely a good one to get into. Even though it's a dead card game, I think it's at least something that younger players won't have too many problems playing, because it is a pretty simple game overall. And it does sort of play like Magic, I guess, but they all kind of do. So yeah, I think it might be worth checking out for a different type of game. But that was the Kaijudo Vortex Revolution deck from Quest of the Gauntlet, and that's gonna do it for this episode. Overall, I think it's pretty neat for the foils alone. But as always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel, and we hope to see you on the next episode of What's Inside.